Welcome to Flash Tutorial 30, Exploding Button. I have a new FLA opened on my computer, and I'm going to start by making a button. So I have a black stroke already selected and red fill, so I'll go with that, and looks like it's going to be a rectangular button. There it is. Oops. Rectangular. Select the frame 1. Rectangular button. Pick up my selection tool, modify, convert it to a symbol, make sure button is selected, and I'm just going to call it button, B-U-T-T-O-N underscore B-T-N. Just a habit I have, because when you write code, when you learn to write action script, you gotta keep track of what kind of symbols you have. And if I double click on this, this will put me inside that button. There's my upstate for my button. Insert a keyframe, brings that up to here. Now, we've never done this before. Lock that layer, and let's call this basic layer, B-A-S-I-C, as in that's the up and what we started with. Let's insert a layer and call this fuse, F-U-S-E. Right click here, click insert a blank keyframe or a keyframe, both would work, and pick up your pencil and draw a fuse. There it is. While that fuse is selected, go up to here, modify, convert this to a symbol. This time it's going to be a movie clip. So we're putting a movie clip inside of a button. Call it fuse, F-U-S-E underscore M-C. And now this is a movie clip. Double click on that fuse, and now we're inside that fuse movie clip. And call this fuse. And lock that layer. That's the fuse. Now insert a layer, and we want to make some sparkles here. So I'm going to use my pencil and pick up some yellow strokes with my pencil on frame 1 of layer 2. I'm just going to make some sparkly things. Then I'm going to change the color to red, make some sparkly things. Okay, going to go up 2 frames, insert a keyframe. There's those sparkly things. I'm just going to now pick up my free transform tool and just rotate them. Go up 2 or 3 more, insert a keyframe, rotate them again. I'm going to lock that layer. Going to insert a layer, and somewhere here ish, going to insert a blank keyframe or a keyframe. Make sure the other frames are locked, and again pick up my pencil tool, pick up some orange color, and put some orange pencil lines in this one this time. Some orange is in here. Just this my sparkler when the and come up here, insert keyframe, pick up the free transform tool, rotate it, and go up to here, pick both of them, and actually let's pick them all because we want to bring the rest of it up, and insert keyframes. So now we have this little bit of animation that's going to go on here. If I look at it, okay, so now let's go back to the button, and let's just test this out quickly for a second, see what we got. There's the button. When I roll over it, I get the fuse. Okay, now you could move this down and make the fuse get shorter. That's up to you, but you'd have to be inside this movie clip. You just make the fuse shorter and move these down. Okay, So now let's go back to the button, the down. Come here, insert a keyframe, a blank keyframe, because I don't want to see this anymore. Come up here, insert a blank keyframe, and now we're going to make our explosion. So we're going to start with a red pencil, and we're going to make an explosion. There it is. And let's fill that with some yellow. There we go. Pick up your selection tool now. We're going to do something similar. Highlight that. Modify, convert it to a symbol. Make sure movie clip. Let's call this explosion, EXPLO_MC. This is the explosion. Now this is a movie clip. I double click on it. I'm inside this just as I was before. And let's go up 2 or 3 or 4 frames, insert a keyframe, and let's just rotate this, and holding my shift down, I'm making it slightly bigger and bringing it back down in place. Now I'm going to lock that layer, insert a layer, and right back here insert a keyframe. Now see, this one's locked. Pick up my pencil again, make another explosion. Now you can make these round or you make them pointy, whichever you want. And we're going to fill that one. Now this layer has to go up here if I want to see it. There we go. And let's bring that up to here. Insert a keyframe. So if I turn this layer here off, I'm just looking at the top layer, we have that. If I just look at the bottom layer, we have that going on. So now I can see them both. And let's come up here, select them both, insert keyframe, that brings them both up to here, and pick up the free transform, unlock them, pick up the free transform tool, and let's rotate them a little bit, and holding my shift down, I want to make them bigger. Get my selection tool, bring it back down about there-ish. Okay, there's my explosion going on. Alright, and let's come in here, here somewhere, and insert keyframes, and let's just pick up the free transform tool and rotate it back a little bit. And that's a little explosion going on there. Now you can spend as much time as you want, and I don't suggest you make it much longer, but you can add more frames. Okay, so let's take a quick look at that. I'm going to go back all the way back to scene 1. Let's look at that. It's just a rectangle. If I come over it and hold my hand on it, if I just go like that, nothing's going to happen. Hold my hand, I can see it. Then if I press it and hold it, boom, it explodes. And let's make that explosion a little bit bigger. Go to the library panel, open up the explosion movie clip, come up to about frame 12 or 13, insert keyframes, rotate them, and now hold your shift down and make it much bigger. Holding my shift down, making it much bigger, and centering it. I want this to get very, very big, so I'm going to just add a couple more frames right here, insert keyframes, and now I'm going to make it very, very big. So I'm holding my shift down, very big, pick up my selection tool and dragging it down here. Now, like I say, you can spend a lot of time making this look more like an explosion. I'm just giving you the idea. Okay, so now let's go back to the button itself right here, and let's go to this fuse overlayer right here. Let's insert another layer. Right here, insert a keyframe or blank keyframe, it doesn't matter, right here. I want to be able to see it. Make it 200 so I can see it if I can find it. It should be down here somewhere. And I want to just write something here. Pick up my text tool. But I want a darker text, so I want red. And I'm going to write here, roll over, stretching this. Make sure this is dynamic, make sure this is static text up here, static. Roll over, stay for a few seconds. Roll over, stay for a few seconds, then click. Roll over, stay for a few seconds, THEN, click, then click, and hold the click down for a few seconds. Okay, now let's just see how that looks. Come up here, insert a blank keyframe. Now let's test this. When I roll over, some text comes up. It says, roll over, stay for a few seconds, then click. Hold the click down for a few seconds. Just to show you that you can put things, more layers inside of a button, and just to show you that you can nest movie clips on these layers just like you would if it was a normal timeline. Hope you learned something from this tutorial, and I hope you use what you learned.